Hi, my name is Mod1ENilhas, and this is my Module 1 presentation. So first, I'm going to introduce myself, and this is me drinking yerba mate. That is a national drink from where I'm from. I am originally from Paraguay, and it's in South America, and it's a landlocked country. You can see it there, surrounded by Brazil, Argentina, and Bolivia. And right now, I live in Littleton, New Hampshire. That is a town right here up north, right next to Vermont. This is my immediate family. You can see my sister, my mom, they both live in Paraguay. My daughter, Polly, she lives in California. She's an engineer. She graduated from K-State. And my daughter, Sophia, she's a student in university. And this is my husband, Steve. He is originally from Joaquin, Kansas. And we met in Paraguay, and he has made me a big fan of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Royals. And right now we live in the north of New Hampshire. About my education and work, my first degree is in early education. Then I moved on to learn about English. I did a BA in English with emphasis in bilingual education. And my master's degree from Fort Hays State University I finished last year in special education. And my work in Paraguay for a long time was as an administrator. I worked on early education centers. And then when I moved to Colombia, I went into Cartagena, and I was a first grade teacher in an American school. And 5 years ago, when I came to the United States, I started as a special education teacher in Whitefield Elementary School. And right now I work with students that are from kindergarten to third grade in special education. I'm a case manager and teacher. And I also have a very fun class online. It's a remote class with 3 and 4 years old preschool. The rest of the time we are in person 4 times a week at school. About my interests. So my favorite thing in the world to do when the weather allows it is hiking. And I love yoga, and I enjoy my plants. I can say I really enjoy nature. And when I'm not walking around or kayaking or playing with my plants or working, I love arts. I love all kind of arts. I'm an art appreciator, I will say. I'm not an artist myself, but I really love graphic design, and I love design in general. So now about our topic. We're going to talk about school mission and vision. So the first thing we need to do is talk about the mission statement. So the mission statement is a statement that briefly describes how the school is described to others. Sorry about the redundancy there. It presents goals clearly and should be present and visible. So the school mission explains how the school vision will be achieved, and usually also explains who is served by the school, and it should be academically focused. So about the vision is should be specific. It should help people focus their efforts. So the vision is a specific statement that describes the school highest priorities. So it helps teachers, parents, and staff to focus their efforts to a common north. It should help people envision the future state of the school. So provides a common direction of growth. And also, the school vision is more inspirational and aspirational. So it describes what we want to be, our hopes and dreams. So what do we hope to achieve with the school, or what the school hopes to achieve? So the importance and role of the school mission and vision. The school vision and mission are really, really important statements. They give north and they give direction to people's actions. Without a school mission and a school vision, people do their best, but their efforts might be pulling in different directions. So it loses value and it loses momentum. So if everybody in the school building is pulling to the same goal, to achieve the same goals, there is a higher chance that the school will be successful. So this is extremely important. And so the role is like a North Star, it's a guide. So everybody can focus their efforts and focus their initiatives and also resources. So it defines what it is important. So how do they work together? The vision statement explains the school values and the school objectives and the school aspiration, and the mission explains how what the school going to do to reach that, or how's the school going to do it. So together they articulate the school's core beliefs. So the development of vision and mission collaboratively, the vision and mission are developing this. It's a long process and it's a complex process because it cannot be written by an individual or a small group of individuals. So it requires for a team to initiate this conversation and needs to involve all the stakeholders and the community. So the first step is to solicit information. So in order to get this information, the team that's in charge of developing the vision and mission should get an instrument that should be valid and will get the data that they need. And once they obtain the information and they have the input of the stakeholders, they should be collaborating and reviewing this information together. And that's usually is the school leadership team that work together and to create a draft of the vision and mission based on what they learn of the school stakeholders and community beliefs, values, and aspirations. And so later there is a presentation. It's a draft presentation to the school staff. So there is a discussion and there is a the school staff has a input again in here at this moment, and there is a collaboration process with the staff at this point. Then is the unveiling, which is a pretty big deal. During the unveiling, the vision and the mission are presented to the stakeholders in order to ensure that everyone is aware this is the direction we're going in the next 3 to 5 years. The process doesn't end here because once everybody or this new school vision and mission have been presented, we have to ensure their meaning. So it has to be reinforced in different ways. For example, in school bulletins, it has to be present and visible, and it has to be spoken about. After a while, this mission and vision that has been developed needs to be reviewed because population changes, situations change. And so we need to review to ensure that this vision continues to meet the needs of the community and the school. And the last step, because this is like a cycle, we sustain this vision and mission. So we celebrate our programs through milestones. We celebrate what we're achieving in order to get to where we wanted to go as a community. So how do we develop an actionable mission and vision that are attentive to these values and priorities? First of all, as a DLT or community of leaders in the district, we need to ask relative questions that are related to these topics. So we will get the input of the community and the teachers and the citizens and also the leadership team. So we will work through these values so they will be visible in our mission and our vision. So we also create goals, and these goals should be time sensitive and should be very specific. So these goals that are oriented to reach our mission, our vision, excuse me. So these goals should be applied to the day-to-day activities of the school. And we need to reassess the direction and our actions by checking our goals and see if our goals are measuring how are we getting there and respect of these values. So what are the characteristics of a well-written mission and vision statements? They are very easy to understand. They are written in a language that every person in the community would understand. It's not one just for the ones that have a master's or PhDs or the well-written of the language art teachers. Everyone should be understand what the mission and the vision is just by reading it. It should be concise, so it should be short and brief and use few words. It should use strong verbs, and it should be aligned to the school values and the community values. So therefore, some problems associated with the school mission and vision are that there are lengthy, ambiguous statements written in very fancy, obscure language that nobody knows what those words mean. Another problem that could be related to or associated to school mission and vision is that could be obsolete. It might have responded to the school needs at some point in the past, but circumstances have changed. So the mission and vision also need to change. Also could be disconnected from stakeholders. It could be the idea of only a small group of people that have an interest in something, but they haven't consulted with the community of stakeholders. So it doesn't reflect what the stakeholders want or they wish or they dream. And another problem associated with school mission vision is it's invisible, that people don't know it. And this is sadly very, very common. So I need to assess my own thoughts and ideas and criticize my own thoughts of ideas on mission and vision. And when I thought about this, there were two main things that came to my mind. I knew that they were important in theory, but I never paid attention to it. So I read my school vision and mission more than once, and I have very vague idea of what it said. So I didn't pay much attention, and I knew that theoretically it was important, but actually I didn't give the importance to it that is as it deserves. And another idea that I had about missions and visions is there are a bunch of cliches that, there are very pretty sentences that speak ideally about education, but they are very disconnected from reality. And I could not relate myself to these missions and visions and the different schools I've worked throughout the years. So I need to present to you the mission and vision of my district. This is the mission from SAU 36. It says the White Mountains Regional School District uses our collective resources to educate responsible and ethical citizens who are academically, socially, and physically prepared to meet the needs of our community in an ever-changing world. So if I have to critique this mission based on what I've learned in this module, I think it's pretty worthy. It doesn't describe much of who the school is serving, the ages or grades. It doesn't talk much about anything that has to do with curriculum or how the students are going to learn. And so I do think it speaks nicely about things that we want, but and it has some objectives. So I will give this to this mission that it has objectives written there. But I think we'll say in short is a little bit worthy, and it lacks of more information there. About the vision of my district, it says, the White Mountains Regional School District will maximize the resources of our students. The success of our students, promote the effectiveness of teacher and leadership, enhance community partnership through innovative and diverse educational opportunities, and the efficient use of physical resources. My first thought when I read this, it sounds more like a mission to me, because it explains something related to how to do it in curriculum and learning opportunities, and it says effectiveness of teacher and leadership, but it doesn't say much what aspire, and it definitely is not very concrete, it's not very short, it's not very clear, and it's very wordy. So if I'm going to propose a change, I would go for the mission to be less wordy and say, our mission is to care for, protect, and educate K-12 students from our district, helping them to reach their academic, social, and physical potential. And I added this because my district really works on the care, protection, and education of our students. The academic area is a small area, but my school also focuses efforts in helping students as a whole in their families or systems. The vision that I'm proposing is our mission is maximize the success of our students for the betterment of our community. I think what the other vision had, it was a connection with the community and success of students. And I think those two things are great, because our communities need well-educated students that will have a great quality of life as a result of their education, and therefore our community will be better. So how does all of this support the educational success and well-being of each student and adult? Well, it supports in many, many ways, because actually the vision and the mission carry the core values of a community, and it carries the hopes and dreams of a community. So actually a mission and vision helps to realize the dreams of the community, and therefore is for the betterment of the community, and is for the success and well-being of people in the community. So after this, my standard correlation, this assignment helped me or helped me to understand the standard better, because I had, as a student, I had to learn about the process, the leadership, as an administrator, what my role would be into developing a mission and vision. And also I learned about how to collaborate and how to make this happen with the input of the community and the stakeholders. I know more about the importance of vision and mission. Before this assignment, I thought mission and vision were very theoretical, and now I understand the importance of it. And hopefully, I learned how to reflect the core values of the school throughout the vision and mission. So how is this relevant for my learning? This assignment is relevant because even though I knew that this mission and vision were very important, I know that it's very fundamental for the school success. And therefore, I think the school cannot be successful without having the mission and vision front and center of every small or big action of the school. It allowed me to understand common mistakes and how to avoid them, and to make the vision so those things make the vision and vision fade into the background. So hopefully with this assignment, I have learned how to avoid those mistakes. And my reflection, what would I do in the future as a future administrator? As a future administrator, I hope to be a very good communicator, to be very good at communicating the goals of my school, the vision and the mission in creative ways. I have read in this module about including it in bulletins, including it in my jargon, in my vocabulary, in staff meetings often. And so I can embed the mission and vision into everyone's efforts, not only my efforts. And I also hope that I could be a good listener and initiate reviews when periodically, but also when I understand that the mission and vision are no longer responding to the needs of the school that I serve. So this mission and vision will remain relevant and meaningful. Thank you for listening, and these are my references.